Kia ora, a fair bit of wet weather across those northern parts of the country over the last few days, and we've got more to come as we head through the rest of today for Monday and also through in towards the rest of the week. Taking a look at the satellite picture out towards the west, an area of low pressure, that cloud wrapping around there, and we've got more rain feeding in towards, the Bay of Plenty as we go through the daytime. You can see if we look out towards the east, high pressure, nice clear skies out over there, but it's blocking the movement of this low pressure as we go through the rest of today. And with that slow moving feature, it drags in all this warm, moist air across the country. And with that, those heavy rainfall areas as well. So particularly for places like the Bay of Plenty, the Coromandel as we go through the rest of this afternoon. And as we head through in towards tomorrow, that rain transfers down towards the top of the South Island as well. But it is, I think, going to be a pretty unsettled story. We have severe weather watches and warnings in place, ranging from, say, the likes of the Coromandel and the Bay of Plenty as we go through the rest of this afternoon, Monday through into the early hours of Tuesday. A watch out for the top of the Tongariro National Park. A warning out towards the likes of, say, the western parts of the Tasman district. A watch for Bulla as well. And also a warning for heavy rainfall down through Westland as well as we go through towards right the way through Monday into Tuesday and through towards Wednesday as well. And a watch as well for some stronger winds across those southern parts of Westland and more heavy rainfall down in towards Fiordland as well. Head along to the Met Service website for the latest information on all those watches and warnings, but generally things are looking at pretty unsettled, particularly up in towards, say, the Bay of Plenty through the daytime tomorrow. You can see that rain just continues to feed in through there, not much respite through the day at all. And as this low pressure moves closer towards that western coast, heavy rainfall in towards parts of the Nelson, Tasman, Bulla and that western coast. Drier and perhaps even brighter on that eastern side as we go through towards the afternoon. Now, overnight tonight, the only benefit of all this unsettled weather is a fair bit of very mild temperatures. We're looking at these nighttime temperatures, really very mild indeed, right away from the far northern parts, 15, 16, 17 degrees Celsius up across those northern parts of the country, while even down south in those more cool spots, 7 degrees Celsius for the likes of, say, Queenstown as we head through towards the early hours of Tuesday morning. Now through Tuesday, that low pressure dives down towards the south. The high pressure continues to block much movement from this. You can see this rain doesn't really move away from the Bay of Plenty. It continues to bring more heavy rainfall in through there. And a similar story on that western coast of the South Island. More rainfall pushing in towards Fiordland and Westland and Bulla as we head through the daytime. Pretty unsettled looking story there. But we're still off up in the far northern parts. You can see there's a fair bit of cloud right the way across the island. We have got those heavy rain watches and warnings in towards the Bay of Plenty, especially out towards that eastern side and up towards those northern parts of the Gisborne, Tairafti area. Out towards, say, the west, we will find a bit of brightness through the afternoon, a few isolated showers through Auckland and down towards Waikato, but I think there will be some clearance through the afternoon. And down towards the likes of, say, Wellington, a touch more cloud. Again, not out of the question we'll catch an isolated shower, but I think generally the wetter weather is in this funnel kind of area of, say, the Bay of Plenty down towards Taupo and Rotorua. So a bit of an unsettled and wet story there. So do keep an eye on those watches and warnings as we go through the rest of Monday and in towards Tuesday as well. Here are the top temperatures for the North Island as we go through the daytime. Again, 19s, 20s, incredibly warm looking story there. Places down towards, like I say, Wanganui could find some of the warmest temperatures as we go through the next couple of days. Highs there around about 23, 24 degrees Celsius, not too bad at all. Even Wellington, a bit of cloud, 21 degrees Celsius and lows of 16 as we head through in towards Wednesday morning. For the South Island, you can see this rain firing around in towards that area of low pressure, pushing on towards that western coast. So it is, I think, going to be a cloudy, wet story on that western coast throughout. A bit of a grey start on the eastern side, but it should brighten up here as we head through towards the afternoon. Some clear skies, some sunshine for the afternoon itself. A few patchy showers out towards the likes of, say, Southland as we head in towards that middle part of the day. But there again, they'll clear off for a time and some clearer skies through the afternoon before high cloud pushes it back towards us. So really, I think we are going to find things are improving on the eastern coast, but staying pretty wet and pretty miserable on that western side. But with plenty of warm air across the country, there's nothing too scary in our temperatures. Highs there, 21s, 22 degrees Celsius there for Kaikoura and Christchurch, a fine looking story there. And our nighttime lows staying in double figures, even down towards those cooler spots in Otago. A very warm and very muggy night for many of us with more moisture still kicking around. Unfortunately, this high pressure continues to sit just off towards the east of us, which means it blocks the progression of these features as they run in. You can see as we go through towards Wednesday, this front is very slow moving indeed, as is this rainfall on that western coast. Now, a little bit of a change in where this front lingers will mean different areas get the heaviest rainfall. But on those northern and western parts of New Zealand, it's well worth keeping up to date with the forecast. Places like Northland, Auckland, Taranaki, even down towards Wellington could find some heavy rainfall. And for the South Island, again, that western coast, Nelson, Tasman, Buller, watch out for some heavy rain as we head through this week. It is very slow moving, and that could lead to some high totals. So it's well worth keeping up to date with the latest forecast and any severe weather watches and warnings. And as always, you can find all that information at metservice.com.